we're excited to continue to try to provide value to our members and the construction community with things like this. I hope we plan to continue. We got a big deal planned for November the 9th for an annual meeting, hopefully in person at Fox Valley Technical College. And we encourage any and all of you to talk to your colleagues about joining and financially supporting the NEW Construction Alliance. With that, Rebecca, it's all yours.
Great, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us this morning. My name is Rebecca Deschane. I'm the Vice President of Talent Development with New North, which is a regional economic development organization that serves the 18 counties in Northeast Wisconsin. And we have been working alongside and partnering with the Construction Alliance as they have been discussing and evaluating different ways to strengthen the talent pipeline coming into the construction industry. Different ways to attract new workers and retain existing workforce as well. And part of the work that we do with New North, we have a grant from the Wisconsin Department of Public Education, so DPI for that acronym. And we work with our local school district partners and CISA partners to support opportunities to increase awareness among our K-12 students of the various career pathways that are available in our area and what are those high demand industry sectors. We know that there is going to be not only openings, but there's going to be growth and demand in those areas. So this morning, what I'm going to do is share a brief presentation with you on a program that we call the Career Pathways. And I'm going to bring that up right here now for you so we can get that started. But career pathways are designed to, again, help students visualize what they, what types of careers, what kind of jobs that they can have within certain industry sectors as they're moving through and looking to decide, what do I want to be when I grow up? This is a way for them to be able to see what's available, understand where those earning potentials might be, and what type of post-secondary education or training might be necessary in order to advance or pursue the careers of their dreams. Part of this process is really about working with our local partners in the industry sector. So it's not just the schools coming together saying, well, we think it's this and you got to go forward and do that. It's really turning that, flipping that paradigm and turning back to our industry partners to help ask them, what are the things that we need to do? Where are the openings that you're expecting to see in the next 5 to 10 years, 10 to 20 years, where we can help students better understand those options. And we can retain more individuals here in our community versus sending them out into the world and not keeping them in Northeast Wisconsin or in Wisconsin per se. So what is a pathway is kind of what I'm going to go through today. And then at the end of this segment, talk a little bit about what are some different ways that you as industry can be engaging into those pathways so that it's an active exploration versus just a passive reading of those careers on a screen. So again, the goals, this is a Wisconsin Pathway Projects. There are 9 different regional economic development organizations across the state. And those, we call them redos. Those redos are kind of the central point of putting together the regions that we're working with within the different school districts. So we have a couple regions that combine together because of low numbers, but there's 7 different pathway programs across the state. And what that does is it allows us to look at what is our regional need, but it creates a framework that is consistent across the state. So regardless of where you're engaging with students, so if you have operations that spread across the entire state, those different regions have some of the same resources to help students do that career exploration. So again, New North is 18 counties. We are, you can see on the map here that we spread out through that entire Northeast quadrant. Within our 18 counties, we have 92 school districts. And I don't reach out to each one independently because that would be a lot of work, right? But we are very fortunate that we actually have 4 partners, 4 CISA partners. Those are Cooperative Education Service, I can never remember, Association, CISA. And the CISAs work with the different school districts within their different boundaries and help them implement both the state and federally mandated requirements. So the pathway projects are worked through Carl Perkins. Carl Perkins is designed to help increase and catalyze that career exploration across the schools and to really help them better understand where do you want to go? What are some things that you want to be able to do? How can we help hone in your focus areas so that you are taking the right courses and preparing yourself to have that career exploration and be able to enter into that career, college and career ready. So you might go to a 4-year college, you might enter right into the workforce, you might pursue an apprenticeship, you might pursue technical associate's degrees at the technical college. But the pathway projects is really meant to help to get them there. So this is our 2nd year that we have been formulating our regional career pathways. We have 4 approved pathways currently that really were the very high demand areas that we see in the New North. So advanced manufacturing, digital technology, construction, and then health science and patient care. So different ways that we can help students pursue those. And then in addition to that, this coming year, we'll be working on 3 different pathways under business administration. So one will be in finance, one will be in administration, which is everything from a bank teller all the way up to being a president of a bank, those type of things. And then a 3rd pathway is in marketing. So as you're thinking about social media and content and how are we helping people tell that story, those are the new pathways we will be working on in this coming school year. We use this data, or we look at the data to help us better understand what are those pathways that we would want in our region. So not every region has all of those same pathways active. Some only have 1 or 2, some are looking through different ones depending on their capacity. Some may not be as manufacturing heavy, so that might not be a priority for them to pull forward. As we can see here for us in the New North, manufacturing and construction are our top growing industries. So it made sense for us to make sure that those were prioritized and pulled together in that first grant year. And then in addition, the healthcare and social sciences. And we know that digital skills cut across every industry sector. So we wanted to make sure that we were ahead of the game on that one as well, so we can bring that forward for all industry areas. So what is a regional career pathway? So you'll see on the slide here, this is a sample of what is put together. And for the New North region, we worked very closely with the Construction Alliance as our industry sector experts who helped us identify these are our areas that we say or we see are opportunities for us or that we know we need the most help. So this is the most in-demand jobs for each specific industry sector. So the advanced manufacturing pathway is going to look different. The digital career pathway is going to look different. It's going to have the same kind of framework, but it's going to be able to help tell you, here you are with a high school diploma. These are some of the activities that you can jump into immediately and be able to learn on the job and move into those positions. As you're looking through, what do I want to be able to do as I'm going forward, and what are those skills that I want to build upon or be able to hone in and become an expert at, it starts walking through what are the certifications or the technical diplomas that might be helpful to help you be a bricklayer or to be a maintenance technician or an HVAC service technician. And then it goes into what are the different registered apprenticeship programs that are available through our state and being able to get connected directly into those opportunities, where you can find those associate degrees and what that might help you achieve and be able to aspire to as you're looking to long-term career exploration. And finally, if you're interested in pursuing that 4-year or bachelor degree or beyond, what that might mean for you, right? So here we have that engineering component. as part of the design and pre-construction pathway. So helping students see that. But again, it helps the students kind of visualize, what do I need to do in order to be able to advance myself throughout my career pathways into a lifelong learning. So what are those benefits? We just talked about for students. It's really about aligning that education and training with the needs of the local job market. So again, this comes back to, how do we help tell the story using the career pathways of those opportunities within our organization? We've talked about a number of different resources that include the Inspire platform, the Construction Alliance in and of itself, and other organizations throughout the community that are engaging with the students as well, to increase that awareness of those local job opportunities. We want to make sure that they're aware of all of the post-secondary options, right? So it's not just about needing to go to college to pursue a four-year degree, but you can have a number of different earning potentials and a number of different ways to achieve those goals and to obtain the certifications and the technical expertise that you need in order to do that. So the pathway helps them better understand where they need to be focused on going, depending on what might be a career interest to them. The regional career pathways will also help students as they're working through them, and if they're engaging in them, to be able to understand what might be some industry recognized credentials that I can put into place and that I can achieve and come out of high school with, so that they're ready to start already into that career. So again, coming out of high school, college career, and community ready in order to be actively engaging in the workforce. And then it helps them understand what they need to do in order to advance in different occupational opportunities. For schools, the regional career pathways helps us line up the academic and career planning that each student is required to pursue, and being able to help, starting at that wide funnel of what do you want to be when you grow up, and as they're making those determinations, how are we helping them to guide them towards those next steps that they need to take, so that it's like I said, an active participation in making sure that they are pursuing things that are going to be helpful to them and build a foundation for future success as well. It also helps schools become better connected with our regional employers, which helps open up pathways for career exploration, work-based learning, and other opportunities for engagement. Finally, for employers, it's really about creating another pathway, another venue for employers to become engaged with the school district. So as you're thinking about your future talent pipeline, what are different ways that you are connecting with your, not only your local school district, but what are ways now that you can become connected to a broader network in a broader community base, right? So now you have 18 counties that you might be able to connect into all those different schools. So as you're looking about ways to recruit in new talent and to share those different opportunities within your own company, the regional career pathway model helps you connect with those different schools that you might not have a relationship with because they're not right in your backyard. Again, it helps you foster that engagement with your future talent pipeline, and really kind of highlight those career opportunities. I can't stress that enough, right? When we talk about what are our workforce challenges, demographics is our #1 concern. We're not going to have enough people to fill the roles that we know that we have now and that we're going to have in the future. So what are different ways that we can really strengthen the ties for our young people to see those opportunities and those career opportunities here in our region? So those were the benefits. I'm going to go quickly through kind of what are the different components. A lot of this is educational based that I'm not an expert in, and I'm learning more and more about every day. But really it helps as they're planning out their curriculum and as they're helping students identify which classes they should be taking and what are some opportunities, not only for those classes within the high school, but how do they do dual enrollment and connect in with post-secondary courses as well throughout their high school experience. And to pursue some of those technical education courses, the pathways help them make that plan, right? How do we make a goal and then put into place that plan to help them attain that? It helps them pursue those industry recognized credentials. It helps them identify different work-based learning experiences, again, the dual enrollment. And then really, how are we helping to integrate those career and technical education or technical student organization activities into one area so that they're not running in silos, but they're truly an integrated model. So the next slide is going to be just a brief video that was put together by DPI that demonstrates why these pathways are important. And Michelle, I'm not sure if I shared sound on mine, so I'm going to stop sharing and re-share in a second here, just so we make sure that we have that. So
from what I could tell, it was just a black screen. So maybe try again. Here we go. Okay.
Yep, I just needed to share the sound. So
great.
At 20 years old, Nate has a great job and relatively little student loan debt. How did he do it? He got a head start on his career through a program in his Wisconsin high school, a career pathway program that was developed collaboratively by educators and local employers. Nate was ready to get excited about this program because his high school helped him discover some personal interests and skills and then learn how they related to different careers. That was the academic and career planning process, or ACP. So by 8th grade, Nate knew he was eager to learn more about healthcare. So his counselor encouraged him to try the nursing pathway in high school. The pathway identifies classes, industry-recognized certifications, career-based learning experiences, and college credit opportunities that are recommended by healthcare employers in his state and region. Using an online tool, Nate connected with job shadowing, resume coaching, and even a paid after-school job. Working in a nearby assisted living center, he got experience putting his new skills to work. The pathway also helped Nate understand options after high school that would help fulfill his goal of getting a job in his field. He chose to get a licensed practical nursing diploma from his local technical college. And now what happens blows him away. His employer offers to pay his tuition at a 4-year university so he can become a registered nurse. This story didn't have to be about healthcare. It could be about lots of students making their way through any high-skill, high-demand regional career pathway. They could be students in your school district, tech college, or university. They could be your employees someday and contribute to your local economy. To make a pathway a reality in your area, think about how you can help build partnerships among employers, educators at schools and colleges, workforce development, and community members. Building these partnerships is worth the effort because regional pathways help everyone win. Learn more at our Regional Pathways Project webpage.
Okay, so that was a short video put together by DPI again. Let me see if I can click to the next slide. That helps us better understand why that's important and kind of the background to it. So I showed you the pathways have two sides. So I showed you before kind of the listing of the different career exploration opportunities that were helped put together by industry, by our friends with the Construction Alliance helped us with that. And then what the students are going to see now is this side that's going to help them again put together what are the things that I can do, what are the career courses, the career and technical education courses that I should pursue, and they connect back to building blocks that allow them to be able to meet the demands of DPI as it relates to educational attainment, but those are things that are going to be done and put together by the school districts. So what you also see on this section are what are some different work-based learning programs that are available. Again, so you have youth apprenticeship, you have state skill standards, you have employability skills. And you'll see over here on this section, I'm kind of circling around it where it says career exploration programs. That's where, as industry and local and regional partners, you have that opportunity to support your local schools who will be adopting these plans by sharing what are some different ways that we can get you connected, so that students know that there is an opportunity for us to pursue exploration at a regional level, at a local level. So if you're going to be hosting a career day, or NWTC host a Girls Build Day, those are different types of career exploration opportunities that would be listed here, so that students can know, okay, I'm interested in this pathway. Where can I get some of that hands-on experience and see if it's something that's really going to be a fit for me. And then in addition, it's the different industry recognized credentials, the IRCs, and the different ways that students would be able to pursue different certifications that are going to continue to help them be more career ready coming out of high school, or to understand what they're going to need once they graduate, as they pursue those different opportunities here. And let me just see. I'm going to stop sharing here quickly. I want to show you the construction pathway. So I'm just going to stop sharing on this one just so I can show you what the website looks like. So these will all be virtual, and it's a way for students to be able to engage. So Michelle, I'm just going to share a different screen that will bring you. So when the students click on those opportunities, it links to a number of different web pages. This is one that is directly linked then to the industry sectors. So this is something that the students will be able to see as they're coming through. And Michelle, can you see the web screen? Is that sharing properly?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was giving you a thumbs up, but you probably.
Sorry, I can only, yeah, I don't have everybody up. I apologize. So the industry sectors, that it talks about the different ones. So when you click on the construction industry, it'll go into what it is, why the construction industry was chosen, and then what are different ways that you can pursue that. It talks about the different pathways, the different templates, different types of standards that are required from that curriculum-based standpoint. And then some other career exploration resources that are available on a statewide level. What you would also find on this website then is if you, oh, that's the same one. If you click into the regions, it'll show you the different areas within the state that we do it. So again, we're the New North region. And when you scroll down, you'll be able to see on our link that we have Marcy is our lead CISA grant coordinator. And then it talks about the different pathways that we have within our region, including the construction pathway. So I only had photoshops of the other one. So I wanted to be able to show you that as students are looking at this, when they click into what does it take to be a cabinet maker, they'll click here and it's going to connect them to ONET. And ONET is a federal service that provides additional information for students to be able to look about what is it that you would do within this career? What are those different jobs that you have? What knowledge do you need to have in order to be able to bring that forward? What are some basic skills, especially those soft skills that we're talking about for students and helping them better understand that? What might be some new technology that is now available and being used as part of that, and things that you're going to need to know how to access and learn more about to be able to pursue that. Your basic educational needs and your job outlook, depending on where you go. So you can check out for your state. You'll see what is that specifically for Wisconsin. What is your local salary? There's even a find a job tab on here, and also then connects you to some other opportunities that might be similar to that. Zip back into the pathway. So again, it covers all the different things. Now, the other nice piece here is that it also tells you, again, on the side, what level of post-secondary training or education you're going to need. But you can also then link into, we partner with our local higher ed partners to understand what classes they have available that would support those career pathways. And those are already linked here. So they look and they update what are those different opportunities. If you're looking at post-secondary options in construction and you want to do design and pre-construction. If I wanted to be an engineer, this can tell me a little bit more about where locally I can pursue some of those different certificates and or engineering degrees. Talks about where are those different technical diplomas that they can receive. So NWTC has a program as well. Don't know why it's not opening. Here we go. So you can connect into those pieces of the puzzle. And that gives them really that big sense of where are those options? What are those things that I need to do? And then working with their career counselor in the schools really helps them hone in onto those next step and direct pathways that they need to do. Helps them understand what are those 2+2 opportunities where they take 2 years at the technical school to earn their associate's degree, and then that can transfer into a post-secondary institution where they just have 2 years in that 4-year institution to be able to complete out that bachelor's degree. So different opportunities then that become specialized to each of the students directly. So I'm going to stop sharing there. I had one last slide. I just want to make sure I share it with you guys because I think it's really important as it relates to, see if I can do this properly. As it relates to how do you use this information? Slideshow, here we go, current slide, good enough. How it, as an industry, you can leverage the different aspects and the understanding that the regional career pathways are in place. So again, it really helps you have a way to start those conversations with your different schools and your school districts within your either your local or regional community footprint of your business to facilitate those career exploration experiences. And that might be something where you're looking at how do we do something in person, especially with the construction industry, right? That hands-on is really important. But what are also some virtual options that you can be able to support those career and tech education teachers by providing those virtual engagements? Are there some videos that you have put together that demonstrate what it's like to work in your organization, in your company, that can be shared with students and they can begin to see those variety of options that are available to them? Your school districts can also help you better understand what are some different work-based learning programs so that you can actively connect in with students who have identified this as a career option. So whether it's taking on a youth apprenticeship or formulating internships, what are some different ways that they can be working for you while in high school to be able to learn those skills? Another option, especially as you're thinking about your existing workforce, is that while we talk about the regional career pathway being used in our high schools, this is really a way for you to talk with your existing employees as you're looking at what are ways we can help you grow so that we can retain your services and understand that you may want to pursue a different career within that field. What are ways that we can support you? And you can lean into this regional career pathway to be able to demonstrate, hey, if you want to, move up from being just a general laborer into one of these other options, here's a resource that we can help you kind of see and understand what are those next steps that we need to do. How do we get you connected into, not only the apprenticeship programs, but if you need to pursue some of the technical school trainings or classes or the classes at the 4-year institutions, here's a map that can help you better understand. So you can work with your existing employees and really help them with that career growth. And it's just a great retention resource for you as well, to be able to help your existing workforce grow, to maybe fill some of those middle management or highly skilled positions that might be entering into retirement as you backfill with new labor coming in as well. And then we just strongly encourage you. We know you can't do it alone. We know that everyone is strapped for time and resources as it is. But that's where Workforce and Economic Development is here to support you, to be able to look through these different processes and be able to identify ways that we can bring solutions and opportunities forward to you, and for you to be able to share, hey, we have a gap here, but if we don't know what that gap is, we can't help bring together the right partners to maybe find those active solutions. So just encourage you to continue to do that, to look at different ways to host those career exploration events, and even hosting externships. So bringing teachers in and helping them better understand those options, so that when they're back in the classroom, they can share that firsthand experience. And with that, I believe it was my last slide. So we'll share my contact info if you have any additional questions. But I will stop sharing, Michelle, and I am happy to open